people are dealing with so much right now. They really are. And we all thought, I think to some degree, we would come out of the pandemic and we would have a little bit of a break, but I don't think it's felt that way, right? We're dealing with AI and the hybrid work, societal shifts, the accelerating need to upskill, reskill, future skill, changes in the way that we lead. I mean, things are really radically changing and feel, I think, deeply uncertain. And this is impacting mental health to a large degree. We think that adaptation is probably the most important skill for the next 5 to 10 years. But what I'd love to ask you is how do you and how should HR leaders think about supporting people through the fear, the anxiety, and the resistance that they feel to change and the resistance that they feel to all this uncertainty?
No, I think it's an excellent question and probably one we don't put enough thought into, on a regular basis, at least from a tactical perspective, because people are generally resistant to change. I mean, if we had said, okay, next week, for no reason whatsoever, we're all just going to work from home, that wouldn't have worked, right? Like people are resistant to that type of thing. And
Totally.
so what I've seen work as far as creating that more flexible workforce is to find your early adopters, find people that are interested in the change, that maybe have some passion around it, but also, and this is the part people miss, find your resistors to change, your late adopters, your hesitant, your skeptics, okay? And those people are gold for information because they're going to help you overcome the roadblocks, answer the FAQs, and if you can get them on board with whatever change or new thing you're trying to do, they're then going to be advocates instead of you bringing them along at the last minute when they weren't involved whatsoever.
Is that kind of like, oh my God, like Bob in accounting is doing this program? Are you serious?
Yeah, right? If Bob can do it, I mean, this must be pretty good.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And whether it's, if we're talking new skills, whether it's a lunch and learn skill sharing, that's something I've seen, like person A has a skill, so they take a lunch and anybody that's interested can come. Well, those are kind of your early adopters, right? Those are people that are interested, that want to grow. Maybe it's online courses or it's your more traditional webinar or certificate, whatever it is. You cannot have change and adapt to new skills if you don't set aside time and budget. And when you do, and when you actually invest in the time for people to grow, that reinforces their sense of belonging, that they feel cared for. And that's going to increase your retention and your referrals. And people want to bring their friends to work there. But this is really a more strategic approach that benefits everyone, kind of like taking care of mental health, but growing people in your organization to adapt to the future, to get new skills, to figure out a new way to work has almost nothing but upside, except maybe the downside is it might cost a little money and time.
Yeah, but the return is exponential, right? Because then you're ready for this world that's unfolding as opposed to digging out of a hole. So,
and losing good people along the way, right?
Yeah.
Because they wanted to learn that skill and it wasn't available, or they just didn't have the time or support. So they go to their friend's company who does, and now you've lost a great employee.